Hello everybody, this is Taylor Clark stepping in for Anthony with the Gadget Lab. Today what we're going to be doing is reviewing my brand new Droid Incredible. First of all, the name really matches the system. Everything about this phone so far is really great. For a quick comparison, I'm just going to put it next to the Motorola Droid. As you can see, the Incredible is a little bit skinnier with a little bit more of an awkward looking back. And next, the Apple iPhone, very similar in size and screen size. All three are great phones. This is just the newest and, in all honesty, the fastest. So, speaking about fastest, the best thing about this is the 1 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. This combined with Verizon 3G networks or just good Wi-Fi really makes it like you have a 3.7-inch screen computer with 2 email accounts. One of the great thing about it is that I have, as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 desktops, which is great. I have one for play, one my home page, I've got my work email on one of them. So really you can do just a variety of different things. I could set up just different desktops for different tasks. So before I go on about how much I love the phone, I'm going to give you some quick specs. We've got 4.6 inches diagonal with 2.3 wide and 4.7 thick. It's a bar shape with internal antenna, obviously. The screen is a full color OLED, 400 by 800 pixels, and 16-bit color. It has Type A GPS and Wi-Fi 802.11bg. So similar to some of the other Android and 3GS phones out there, or 3G phones out there. But once again, it's really the speed that makes this such a good phone. One of my dislikes just right off the bat was how big this clock is. If somebody can comment and tell me if there's a way to keep this clock, because I like the design, but make it a little smaller, I'd really appreciate it. But why don't we just quickly go into one of my apps here, which is something silly, Word Up. This was free. I can play some word games on it. And it's very quick, just in terms of how everything works. And I can keep multiple apps open and go to the home page and reopen that app with ease. One thing that's important though when you're opening all these apps is actually to make sure that you download the free app, which is the Advanced Task Killer. Because when you open up an app, it's easy to just leave it open, which sucks battery. So speaking of the battery, actually this has about 5.2 hours of talk time and use time, which isn't great, but for how powerful the phone is and how just small and sleek it is, that's actually pretty good. Otherwise, it has 6 hours of standby time. So obviously one of the greatest things about this camera over the regular Motorola Droid, and especially over the iPhone, is the 8 megapixel dual LED flash. And want to just take a quick look at the back here, HTC and nice letters, and with Google, which I personally enjoy. So let's get into that camera. From the home page, I click my camera button, and what I'm going to do is you press the optical joystick, which is this right here, to take the picture. One thing that's really nice is that you can actually decide to focus on a different area of the screen by holding your finger on it. So see how it switches that little square to right there? And then what I'm going to do, and I just took the picture actually. So with the 8 megapixel camera, this is great. I can go in and really scroll through my pictures pretty easily. As you can see, a birthday cake, really great resolution on these cameras. This is a good picture to show with all the colors and whatnot. And then just like that, I'm going to be back in my home screen. And another thing I really like is how easily you can use and move and customize these different desktops. So why don't we go over to my Play desktop, and let's say I want to get rid of this Wi-Fi. I don't actually use the Wi-Fi a whole lot. So I'm just going to hold this Wi-Fi down, and you can see how it gets selected. I'm just going to drop it right into the remove button. And then if I want to add, I'm simply going to hit that, and I'm going to scroll through all the different apps that I have. So why don't I put back up Maps, because I'm actually using that a good amount. So actually that opens it. That opens the app, and then what the plus sign does is that's how you add it to the actual. So now I'm going to add Maps to my desktop right there. Another really cool feature about this, maybe Android specific, not so much Incredible specific, is I'm going to go and text Anthony that So I hold it down. A lot of this is based on holding down, and I'm going to select all and delete. And then just as simply as this, I'm going to hit the little voice record, the little voice microphone button here. Hey Anthony, I hope you're having a great vacation. Anthony, we were having a great vacation. So it didn't work perfectly that time, maybe because I'm speaking a little quickly. Either way, it's a really cool feature to have because you really shouldn't text when you drive, and it's difficult not to be using this phone all the time when you have it, solely because it's just such a fun phone. So the specs aside, once again, the camera is really great. I like the design right here with the red earpiece and the red around the camera. It definitely, the back is a little weird. Some people have had some issues with that. I don't. I put a case on it, as you should with these phones. This actually has a screen protector on it. These are really nice phones these days, so you really want to keep them in good condition, especially because they have a really good trade-in value for when you do eventually want to upgrade. And it does have a camcorder, which is really great as well, although it takes up memory. The internal memory is 8 gigabytes. I think actually 6.4 gigabytes are actually open, not without all the operating system and whatnot. And I have an 8 gigabyte SD card in here. So this really is just a small computer. And with good 3G networks, which I had, honestly, I just went to the Kentucky Derby, so there was a lot of different states where I was using this, and the 3G was great. I could be on YouTube and uploading Facebook photos all at the same time, really. Just once again, you got to remember to kill those tasks, otherwise they're really going to drain your battery. So I've got my Mevo IM for my work and my GChat. I've got Pandora, and I really even haven't fully explored the world that is Android apps, but I know there are tons of them and that they're free. A lot of them are free. So another thing is you can have much cooler backgrounds than I do. They just sometimes take battery. And once again, one of my main complaints is just that I love the phone so much that I want to be able to constantly use it. And with not the greatest battery life, I can't be always using it. I have to, I mean, that's not necessarily true. If I charge it for a day, for overnight, I can use it for a whole day. And so that's really it. Once again, these 7 screens, you can see I'm not even using 3 of them yet because I haven't fully customized this to myself. But love the phone. It's going to be the best phone on the market for at least a month. I know some other manufacturers are coming out with 1 gigahertz processor phones, but this is really the top of the line right now, and just in general looks really sleek. So thanks a lot for watching. Once again, this is Taylor stepping in for Anthony. He'll be back shortly, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And please leave any comments.